guys, welcome to Solstice Sessions with Shanira Davis. This is actually my second vlog that I've made for the website. I was just going through so much trying to post my first vlog just because I didn't feel like the lighting was right and I wanted to kind of film in natural light. As you can see, it's a lot more clear. Just a few disclaimers. Excuse my toothpaste mark, okay? I did not feel the need to change because I just didn't feel like it. And please excuse my laundry in the back. I was in the midst of drying clothes. But before I got too distracted, I wanted to come along here and just talk about my journey with celibacy. Celibacy is definitely something that is being more and more talked about as time progresses. Being a millennial, living in this society, it's kind of very rare for Western American society to hear that somebody is celibate. I think it comes with many stigmas. You know, people think you're prude or you're inexperienced or you're lonely or something's wrong with you and you are choosing not to have sex because you got played or so many different things. And granted, those may be the cases for some people. Those may all be the cases for a few people. Who knows? But either ways, I think celibacy is something that goes so much deeper than what any outside factor, goes so much deeper than any outside factor. I think it begins with intrinsic motivation. I think it begins with what you feel in your heart and your spirit and in your mind, what needs to be done for whatever reason. And for me, my journey of celibacy began because I was in the midst of soul searching. I needed change in my life. I needed to be able to find myself. And before I invited somebody else into my life to date me, I needed to be able to be strong and be focused and go for what I wanted. And my ultimate goal in life is to one day, not only be accomplished career wise, but to have family. I want to be a wife. I want to, explore and have somebody who knows me, and that I allow in and that I trust wholeheartedly and fully because I know I can trust that person. And I felt like many times sex was definitely super distracting. And to keep it real, after getting out of my last relationship, which was super turbulent and just super unhealthy, I realized that sex is definitely something that can keep somebody attached if they're not careful. And by that, I just, I feel as if many times we partake in sex because we feel like this is what needs to be done, right? Especially if you've been with somebody for quite a few months, maybe even years, and some people weeks, days. But we definitely feel like it's an obligatory act in a relationship, and it's something that needs to be done to maintain relationships. And if you do feel that way, that is perfectly fine. If it works for you, it works for you. But for me, I knew that I had to make a difference in my life. I knew that I had to try something else because it just wasn't working for me anymore. I didn't want to give pieces of my soul to people who were not going to be my husband. And I realized that the more I gave, whether it was emotionally or physically, to anybody I was in a relationship with, it wasn't helping me get any closer to my personal goals. I wanted to save myself. I wanted to be a virtuous woman. I wanted to prepare my mind and my body for my husband. And I think it's definitely something that's a scary thought, especially because, if you're around my age group, early 20s, you're going to fear, rejection. You're going to fear people think, what's wrong with you, or do you think you're really going to be strong enough? I know that was for me. Like, am I going to really be able to do this? And what if I do start dating, seriously dating again, and the guy is turned off? But then I said to myself, if a man cannot accept me in my celibacy, then that just means he is not the man for me. And that is perfectly okay. It's a scary thought to think maybe I will like somebody who, will completely reject the idea of celibacy. But in the end, if a man cannot be patient with me, then that's fine. No hard feelings. This journey is one that I began on my own. But it just means that he's not patient enough to deserve me. And so that was something that definitely allowed me to find contentment and fulfillment in my journey. And yeah, definitely something that, you have your hard days where you get sexually frustrated and you're like, oh, I really want companionship. I really want somebody to touch me, things, because if you've had sex prior to becoming celibate, you know what it's like. You know what good sex is like, hopefully. And sometimes you miss those feelings, but then you kind of have to channel yourself and understand that those are fleshly desires, and those are desires of lust and infatuation and soulful desires, which can bring along sex as well. Is so much more fulfilling than being temporarily touched or being temporarily stimulated. Please excuse my blind shadow. I just realized I was on my face. All right. So, but anyway, Jess, like I said, I just wanted to come to you guys really quickly and elaborate on my journey of celibacy. I definitely have to say that if any of you guys are interested in it, to please, please, please research, look into it. Do not be afraid to, challenge yourself, even if you try for a month or maybe 3 months, you never know. But definitely go into it for all the right reasons. Don't go into it because everyone else is doing it or because, you feel like, oh, I'm going to find a husband, a good type of husband, because truth be told, you could be celibate and the wrong men still come along, which it happens. But I think when you do choose to become celibate, you're able to better weed out people's motives. You're able to men, or men or women, I guess, whatever you're into, you're better able to weed out their motives. You're better able to observe and not be so emotionally attached, because you're able to see things for what they are. You're taking off the rose um, colored glasses. And I think a lot of times we make that mistake where we make people into who we want them to be. So that definitely is something that, I had to learn, that just because somebody says there's some way doesn't mean that they are. Watch, observe, and understand that actions definitely do and will always speak louder than words. So yes, like I said, I hope that you guys enjoyed my first video. Sorry for the messy background and my little toothpaste stain. It's all good though, because next time I'm going to come on here and hopefully we'll see. Maybe I'll be dressed up, maybe I won't. But until then, I wish you guys the best. And if you guys are just beginning your celibacy journey, or even if you've been on it for a while, definitely comment or email me at solstice, SOULSTICE, sessions at gmail.com to let me know about your experiences and why you guys went celibate and how you felt like it was beneficial to you. I'll definitely be making more videos on this, just dissecting that my progress and share my thoughts and my fears and my experiences on here as well. So I definitely look forward to hearing from you guys, and I hope that you guys are enjoying your week. Okay, bye.